Hey guys, been a while. I'm excited to be back. Have you missed me? I've missed you. Honestly have just had a lot of life happening. There's been a lot going on, a lot of good things, and then a lot of crazy things. So I'm actually going to write a blog later called "When Joy and Disappointment Collide," because that sounds good, right? There's a lot of stuff been going on, more than I can say in video, and a blog would probably be the better venue for that. Venue. Anyway, so my wife graduated college, got her bachelor's, which is awesome. She can pursue a further career in nutrition, which we'll probably prioritize down the road. We had Christmas, and the day before Christmas Eve, Isabella was running and tripped and slammed into the couch and fractured her foot. Pretty crazy. So I'm gonna write in more detail about that later. So we spent Christmas Eve in an urgent care center getting her foot booted up in one of those boots, and then she's been fine. It was a minor fracture. In fact, she's not even going to need a cast. She's just going to have this boot on her foot for the next couple weeks. So that happened, and then on New Year's Day we had a baby, and it was awesome. Our son Caleb K. Skajari was born on New Year's Day at 11:07 p.m. You saw the pictures. Side note, I used to think that social media success was having great content, knowing when to post, knowing who your audience is, being engaging. Don't just broadcast stuff, but engage with people. So I had all these things. I studied social media and interaction online, and I thought that was the key. And now I realize, just have a baby. You will get likes and comments and shares through the roof. So disregard all the social media gurus that tell you what to do about great content, being authentic online. All of that stuff is nonsense. Just have a baby and your social media will explode. So that was fun. And then that was just fun. So I've taken some time off. I've unplugged. I have been with family, my family, learning to adjust now to having two kids, which, as many of you already know, is a little bit of a game changer. So it's been good. Isabella has done well with her new baby brother. She enjoys being a big sister. There has been a little bit of conflict, but it's been pretty minimal, a lot less than I expected. And for the most part, she's very sweet to him. She loves her baby brother. She calls him baby Caleb. And so she talks to people at church, people at her Mother's Day Out program about him. I keep glancing off because he's actually sitting right there. So I'll show you a couple pictures of him. We're thrilled. I love having a son. And what's cool is I really saw myself going either way. Like, I could have been a dad of all girls, and maybe I'll have a lot of girls down the road, I don't know. Or I could have been a dad of all boys, or a mix. So I really was happy either way, but I'm really thrilled we have a boy. Partly because there's this spiritual significance of, like, a son, your firstborn son, and the carrying on of the name, and there's just this different feeling. Like when Isabella was born, I went out and bought my first gun. I actually bought two guns in 2 weeks, and it was my first firearm because I felt this, like, manly defensiveness, like I've got to protect my family. And this girl invoked all these emotions. And I tell people often, there's a part of your heart, as a dad, there's a part of your heart you didn't know you had until you have a daughter. And then having a son now, 2 years and 4 months later, is a totally different set of emotions. There's this pride. There's this, it's just different. And so many of you dads, I'd love to hear from you and hear what you think, if you have one or the other or both, just on the emotional side of it, how you feel about having a daughter or a son. So there's that spiritual, emotional side. And then the other side I'm just really excited about is I am excited to play with Legos with someone. I loved Legos as a kid. We had like 6 or 8 of those giant Rubbermaid bins that you put, like, stuff in the garage with. We filled those with Legos, and truthfully, I never really stopped collecting Legos. In fact, I have a little collection up here. Here's some Star Wars Legos. Christmas is still fairly recent, so I have my little Santa Lego. Anyway, I've got a whole collection up here. And so that, to me, is one of the most exciting things, is being able to play with and step on Legos all over the house with my son. So I want to know, parents, what's it like? How was the adjustment for you going from one to multiple? Does it get better? Just kidding, sort of. But it's been good, and I want to know from you how the transition was, how you feel. Dads, I'd love to hear how you feel about having a son or a daughter, and how those emotions unlock things in your heart. So I know I'm getting a little deep, but I would love to hear from you. It's been a good time reconnecting with you. Thanks for watching, and I'll be posting that blog I talked about later on, so watch out for that. Thanks.